Stand by.
All right, folks, here we go. Individual test number 4 underway. You see the fellas heading out. They're gonna start with an 800-meter run on the Assault Air Runner Pro. Once they've completed that, the remainder of their 6-minute time will be used to establish a max snatch. After the time caps, the athletes will have 2 minutes to reset before test 5 begins. We'll cover that when we get a little bit closer. Again, all this comprised in a 6-minute time frame. That 800-meter run. Warming up before they head over for their max snatch. We see some weights already laid out on the floor. Brandon Ford dialing in 245 on the barbell to start. $235 for Cam Crockett, $230 for Burns, $235 for Davidson, $225 for Mitch Griffith. These are all what they got lined up. We're just past the 115 mark. I'll move out and see if I can get you guys some distances. Don't want to get in their way. They're out there doing their thing as we approach 90 seconds, or past 90 seconds on the clock. Burns about 400 meters in, I believe. And there we go, see the placards moving up. Gonna take care of that for us. The bulk of the guys right past that 400-meter mark. Halfway done with the allotted 800 meters. As we are past 2 minutes on the clock in a 6-minute cap.
Larry, we've got 2 scores up for grabs. This is individual test 4 and 5. They are working on that 800-meter run right here before max snatch. It should be exciting, no doubt, anytime some lifts are involved. A hand is in the air for a couple of our athletes. Lane number 1, Zane out of Brantford CrossFit.
Jason Ray, also in that, past that 600-meter mark. Same for Burns. Looking back at the weights, lots of 225s dialed up. We're about to see the guys here shortly.
They're a little over 3 minutes in to individual test number 4. Coming in on the home stretch for that 800 meters here at the North America East Noble CrossFit Semifinal. Here we go. Lane number 1, lane number 5, everybody. We got 3 of our athletes on my end. Bauer, Crockett, Zane over in lane number 1.
Ray making his way over to his barbells. Jason with 245 dialed in.
Crockett getting a good rep at 235. Looks like Bauer's gonna be opening up at 225.
Looks like Davidson good at 235. Just past 4 minutes on the clock. And a good lift for Jason Ray, 245. Put a big number up to start.
This does have that 6-minute cap here.
Brandon Ford good at 245.
Crockett has 255 on the barbell.
Davidson also with 255.
Less than 90 seconds to go for our athletes here. Crockett in the gray shirt, black shorts, going for 255. He's under it. And it's good for Cam Crockett at 255.
Ray dialing up to 265. Ray in lane number 8 as we approach the 1-minute mark.
Jordan Lund getting 245. Athletes, you have 1 minute.
Ray resetting, missing 265. A little less than a minute remaining.
Athletes, you have 45 seconds.
Brandon Ford good at 265.
Crockett going for 265. Crockett's under 265. It rolls forward. It's no good with 30 seconds remaining.
Ben Davidson looking to up the ante at 275 in lane 7. And Davidson, solid lift at 275.
20 seconds. These athletes have 15 seconds remaining. Zane going for 245. Jordan hitting 255 with just a few seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1, time. 2 minutes. Athletes to your green starting mats. Judges will change your load. Athletes to the green starting mats. 90 seconds. One minute. Thirty seconds. Athletes to your green starting mats. Ten seconds. Stand by.
All right, folks, here we go. Test number 5 is live. That's going to start a little bit different. It's going to be 8 snatches at 185, then an 800-meter run for time. So a slightly different format. The fellas looking to cycle through these barbells very quickly, get their 8 and done.
These athletes now running it back through test number 5. Like Larry said, same movements, just different order. Here we go. Who you got?
Ooh, Jason Ray, first to the runner, but not by much.
I believe it was Crockett behind him in lane number 3. Cal Bauer, excuse me.
A slightly different look at that 800 meters for the one we saw just a few minutes ago. Those guys pacing themselves on that first 800 because they knew they were going to be moving some heavy loads. Well, they've already moved the heavy loads. The 800 meter, the last thing on their do before that short strip to the finisher's mat. Just past 1 minute on the clock. And again, folks, if you look in front of the Assault Runner Pros, you will see placards. Our judges will be adjusting it as those athletes eclipse those distances. Burns 200 in. Ray 200 in.
Most of those markers now across the line at 200 meters here. I like it, the crowd cheering on their athletes. Let's help them out, ladies and gentlemen. They gotta get through 800 meters again.
Approaching 2 minutes on the clock, again, a 6-minute cap on test 5 as well. These fellas are likely not going to need that. They moved very efficiently through the barbell portion, and now they are tearing it up on the runners. A couple of our athletes halfway done with that 800 meters. Jason Ray, one of the first to the runner, halfway done.
Larry, you said it, they're about halfway through that run. It's 2 minutes and 23 seconds in. This is test number 5. 2 separate scores up for grabs here. They got through test through number 4. Now it is up to 5, a little bit different format here. That time cap is still 6 minutes. We got a hand in the air in lane number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Cam Crockett, a hand in the air for Jonathan London. Which one of these athletes is gonna sprint to that finish first? Let him hear you.
Keep it going, folks. It won't be long. 200 meters is going to go by really quickly. They're picking up speed. 3 minutes in. And it's going to be Crockett the first off. And Cam Crockett finishing ahead of his contemporaries here in test number 5. Who's next?
We had a couple other hands, London, Bauer, Zane, which will be our next athlete sprinting into that finish line. It's going to be lane 2, Jordan London.
Woo! Wow.
Lane 7 up next, that's Ben Davidson.
That was a close one there at the finish, a cluster of them making it across, some sliding going on.
There is not much wiggle room here with our first heat of men. 2 athletes remain in their final 200. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lane number 5 coming in. Mitch Griffith.
And Brendan Ford will be finishing up next, and he's going to bring it across the line and retire heat number 1.